I'm an adult.
What the fuck?
This shit is ghetto.
I didn't sign up for this.
I miss college. Why is it so boring?
Welcome to the Almost Adult Podcast.
Hey, welcome back to the Almost Adult Podcast. So as you can see, if you're looking at us or here, you probably don't hear Sunny's or Becky's voice, and that's because we're doing things a little bit different this episode. So for this episode, I am going to be the only one that's speaking, and I'm going to have my guest, which is my mom.
Hi everyone.
On here with me, and I'm super excited for this episode because we're going to be talking about building a bond with your mom. So, you want to introduce yourself, Mother?
Yes, my name is, you want me to do my first and last name? Just
Okay, I mean, you can hear what you want to do.
My name is Sharmella, and I'm Chadeira's mommy.
Okay, so the way we're going to do this, we're not going to be having a direct talk, but we're going to play a game. This game is from We're Not Really Strangers, which is, by the way, such a good company that has like all these mindful games that you can play, like with your mom, significant other, yourself, whatever. And it's the Own It expansion pack, and we're gonna play this game in order to get to know each other a little bit more, even though we know each other so much already.
We do.
So I'm just super excited. We played this like a year ago. I don't know if you remember. But
I remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we probably gonna have way more different answers now. So I'm excited.
I mean, that's what growth is about, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. So we got this deck of cards, and pretty much what we're going to be doing is pulling these cards as like questions, and we're going to be answering them. So
this is where the true side comes out with us. I'm like, Chadeira! Mom! We get along, but like, we're still, mother and daughter.
Yeah.
We're on each other's nerves, so that's like normal.
We got really distinct personalities, without a doubt.
Yeah.
As you would see.
We're the same, but different.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
So, alright. Chadeira, what have you envied in the past that you can laugh at now?
What I envy in the past I can laugh at now. I guess what I envied in the past is wanting. I'm gonna do something like.
I'm glad you got that, not me.
I would say wanting a car. I wanted a car so bad when I was young, because I didn't like have one for a while, and it actually took me until I was 21 to get a car. So it took me quite a while. But I'm grateful that I have a car now, but now I see all the responsibilities that go with the car.
Yeah.
Where it comes to like car insurance, it goes to like maintenance, and I'll be calling my mom all the time. Anytime there's a problem with my car, I'll be like, Mom, something's wrong. And she's like, Chadeira, you knew that this is gonna happen when it comes to a car.
Yep.
So that's one of the things I used to envy, and now I'm like completely grateful for it, but I know that it comes with responsibility.
It does.
well.
Like with anything that you buy, anything, it comes with that great responsibility. You want it so badly until you get it. That's owning your own. That's owning your own home, having an apartment, living on your own. Exactly. Those things are responsibilities, but something to be grateful for. So
yeah,
you have to wait on public transportation anymore, Ubers or Lyfts.
Heck no.
So that's a blessing.
Yep.
All right, that's a good one, Chadeira.
Okay.
Good one.
I gotta do it for you. I was like, all right, pick your card. I was like, all right, pick your card. Okay, Mom, what's the hardest truth you've had to own this past year? And what has owning it taught you? That's a good one.
That is a good one. Thank you, universe. Let me think about it. And just to let you guys know, this is all organic. Like we did not go in like reading it prior to when we come in. Like these are like organic answers and questions. So like, yeah, I didn't just choose that. She didn't choose it for me. We're actually thinking about our answers. So anyway, with that said, there's a lot of truths. I think in life is about growth and is about learning and understanding. At every level requires a new version of yourself. So I think the biggest thing that I had to learn, and I continue to learn this on my journey, is like just letting go, right? Mm-hmm. And I think I've learned that in some other ways in my life, but in other things I have not. you know, when it comes to another person, when it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships, sometimes it's wanting what you want, not allowing yourself to let go and let things be how they are. And I think this year, along with that, and I'm going back to school, Chadeira and I are going to school at the same time. She's going to finish soon, but even learning with that, like just learning how to do the best you can, and that everything's going to work out to you the way it needs to work out, and to let go what that outcome going to be. Because at the end of the day, that outcome is going to be what it's going to be. And it's always going to turn out bigger and better than what you expect. So
we literally just had this talk also about a week ago, because I was going through something. I have like this trait where I need to have control of so much. That's the Virgo in me, and she's a Libra.
About to say that, and I'm so laid. I'm chill.
She's a Libra, so she's like, Chadeira, just go with the flow. I'm like, how? What are you talking about?
What does that mean? She gets so annoyed at me, like, I don't get it. And then like a week later, she says, Mom, you were right. And I'm like, it's all good. It's all good. You know, we're all learning. She teaches me a lot too. It's not just you know, me giving her all mommy advice. She gives me a lot of advice.
So aggravated with her, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, you were right.
So Chadeira, that's what I call her, guys. How was your definition of success? How has your definition of success evolved over time?
Oh my God.
It's a 2-part question.
Okay.
And then I'll read it again, the second one. What is your definition of it today? Get specific.
Oh my God. So I was just actually thinking about this, because y'all have been up for a while. And I was thinking about this during my 3 a.m. thoughts of my definition of success. So let me get in. So about a year ago, success for me would have been accomplishing all of my goals. And yeah, that's still an aspect of success for me, but I really was so hard on myself when it came to conquering my goals, crushing my goals, and making sure that I'm getting everything. And even 2021, I accomplished so much of my goals. Like I got my own apartment, and I had my own car, and I got the job of my dreams.
Proud mama. Proud
mama. I still felt empty inside because I put all of my happiness into these external things, and I wasn't happy because I'm like, well, I still don't have this yet, or I still don't have that yet, or I still didn't do this yet. So now my definition of success have changed, where it's more internal. Like, how am I feeling inside? Like, so now my definition of success as of right now has evolved, because I went from focusing all on these outer things in order to pretty much receive outside validation, to pretty much making success more of like, well, do I feel happy? Do I feel joy? Have I reached a sense of peace? Like, all those different things are now much more important in what I see as successful. So I guess how it evolved is me going from external, like
just
reaching for external, from going to internal, and like focusing on how this makes me feel and how I feel successful without all the outside noise.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a great question
and,
to just.
Yeah, and it's something her and I talk about a lot.
Yeah,
you know, it's
definitely.
something that her and I talk about a lot. We spend hours on the phone, like hours, literally hours talking about things like this, and it's you're not being driven, like you said, by that outside forces, because you're gonna always keep on. It's like a dog chasing his tail.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be enough. I gotta chase that tail, and once I get it, I gotta chase that tail again. So like,
it's exhausting.
It is. But if you take internally account for what you do and you know how that makes you feel, I think you can't go wrong. And I think you explained it. I mean, that was amazing. You did a good job.
Thanks.
You did a good job. So
Thank you.
my turn.
Your turn. I almost forgot again. I was like, aren't you gonna pick the
You
color?
know what? I can't. I am happy though I have a blue microphone. I just want to say that because I like the color blue. My daughter knows me well. She has the color pink. She had to roll her eyes at me.
Because she literally, like,
I love
hold
blue.
on. She literally wants to, I want our, because we're supposed to have a joint
Graduation party. Yes.
in May. She literally wants to have this tomboy blue.
Excuse me. I like Tiffany's blue.
And I just wanted to be pretty in pink and stuff. I had all the glitter and the pink
She's doing
in the
too
world
much.
for it. And
No.
she wants to pretty much make it look a baby shower.
No. I like Tiffany's blue. Anyone that knows Tiffany blue is a banging color.
So
it is
pink.
so pretty.
Anyway, whatever.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Yes, I am. A brat girl, actually. But that's not the point. Who in your life do you want to build a deeper relationship with? Send them a picture of this card as an invitation.
Myself.
Send it to yourself. Hey adults, calling all boss babes, entrepreneurs, and everyone in between. If you have a product or service our listeners may want to hear about, please be sure to reach out to us. Email us at thealmostadultpod@gmail.com to learn more about our advertising opportunities. Bye!
I think, honestly, I'm laughing, I'm joking about it, but I'm serious at the same time. I think the only relationship that you, that kind of builds on with other relationships is a relationship with yourself and not outside yourself.
Right.
I think in having that relationship with myself and having that self-love and that care and being there for myself, only that will allow me to attract others that are the same. I think we have this notion that we have to look outside of ourselves. Someone completes us, someone makes us whole, and you make yourself whole. And I believe, and what I've seen in my years of life is that when you put that emphasis on yourself and you love yourself fully, only then that relationship you strengthen yourself is going to strengthen all around you.
Yeah.
And not just romantically, it can be with your children, it can be with your friends, because they're all relationships. So the relationship with myself is what I continue to grow and love, flaws and all. My face broke out and I was like, and then I was like, you know what? I still love me. Like it's just as long as I'm breathing and I'm living, that's a blessing. There's some people that didn't make it today. You know what I mean? And I guess as I get older, it really puts the emphasis on like you're really living and live it to your fullest. So yeah.
I like that.
And that's not a Hallmark response. That's who I am.
No, definitely.
That's who I am naturally.
I know it's not for me, but I agree. I also want to do a deeper relationship myself too. I would have picked that too.
Yeah. So,
I like it.
All right. So now you're grabbing for the card, and I have to grab for it. You get confused.
I get confused.
Who do you feel misunderstood? Who do you feel misunderstood by? What do you wish they would come to understand? So, like, who do you feel like someone has misunderstood you? Chadeira, like, I be in my own lane, worried about Chadeira, not worried about no one else.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna take this back to myself again because I feel like sometimes, and especially when I just turned 24, I went through this like early quarter life crisis, and I'm not even 25 yet. That's besides the point. Where like I didn't know who I was. And like I started to feel like I was like somewhat of a fraud because I was starting to feel different things, or I was starting to gravitate to new perspectives and things like that. So I guess like one of the things I was misunderstanding is myself because I was trying to fit myself into a box when I started to realize with myself that I am multiple things, and I have multiple personalities, and I have multiple...
Oh, she does. I've met all of them.
And I have multiple like different like outlooks and things like that, and that's okay. Like I'm multi-dimensional, and I have to.
You are.
And I'm complex, and that's okay.
We all are as human beings.
Yeah, exactly. No, she's right though. She's not all of them. A lot of my other personalities I try to keep in the closets, but she's not all of them.
Well,
but,
of course, I'm your mom.
Of course, yeah. But I guess like what I would do is like try to be more compassionate with myself, like how I am compassionate with others, and like stop judging myself for like the different things I've done in the past, or like the different ways that I'm changing and stuff, because it's human and that's part of the human experience.
Amen.
So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Missy.
Okay. Wow card. Set an attention today, this month, and this year. Right now. You're on the clock.
I don't have a pen. So I
just say it.
I told you it's organic as what? Can I read it again?
Yeah, right. Just say it.
Attention for today. I am love.
Ah, yeah.
I I am love. I mean, going back to that card of self-love. I am love, because if you embrace that you are love, you bring more love to yourself.
You are love.
I'm also financially abundant.
Oh yeah, put that out there.
I am also successful. We won't just do the I am prosperous.
Affirmations out here.
Yes, but yeah, I am love, because I think, at the core of everything, love has that foundation. Everything else builds on top of that. Because you can like money, and money can run out, right? So love is something that's free. It's giving. You can give it, and if you have it within yourself, it's easily to give. So
yeah,
and be shared.
I appreciate that. Hold up, because the cards are what's it called?
Want me to sort them, or no? He's gonna do it. Okay.
I'm just gonna do that.
All right, I'm just gonna roll with it. That's all good.
We have to switch. We have to change the cards. We saw one of the cards already. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when was the last time you felt complete zen? Who were you with? Where were you? You have like these multi-question cards.
I know. They want me to think. God wants me to think today.
Right? Where were you, and what were you doing? So like when, where, how kind of question. When was the last time you felt complete zen? Who were you with? Where were you, and what were you doing?
So last time I felt completely zen is, surprisingly enough, like literally this morning. And it was because like I was going through a lot of personal things in my personal life, and I started to feel a sense of like anger, and I started to feel a sense of frustration, because I was like, oh my God, like I just want this to happen so bad, and why isn't this the case, or why didn't it work out the way it was supposed to work out? And as I was sitting down in my room, couldn't actually, what's the words I'm trying to say? I couldn't go to sleep. I literally just was in bed, just thinking, reading all this stuff, and I came to a realization. I was like, you holding on to things that is supposed to leave your life is just going to put you through even more pain and agony than if you were let go. And then when I started to really process that, I felt a sense of peace, and all that worry and anger and frustration began to really like leave my body and leave my mind. And then I was just in there in silence. And I was just like, okay, let's focus on the things that I can control. Yeah, amen. And let's focus on the things I am happy about. So that was the first. So I was by myself. I was in my room, just chilling in my room at like 3 in the morning. Chilling up in the dark. And I feel like that's the best time to be at Zen, because I was literally by myself in solitude.
Yep, amen. So, you know, and like stress does so many, bad things to your body. So like holding on to that stuff, it's just, I remember reading this saying, and I'm not good at repeating things verbatimly, but the gist of it was like, being mad at someone is like drinking poison and waiting for them to die, because you're slowly killing yourself. Yeah. Because they're going to go on, sleep, and they're going to function, and they're going to do what they do, and you up here and you're dying on the inside. Just let it go. Right. So that's one of the things that I read a long time ago, and it may not be verbatim, but like that's the gist of what it was saying. But
did she ever tell you part-time she's a motivational speaker? Because this is what she like. Anytime I have like some type of issue, I go directly to my mom, because like she really be given the best advice. Like I tell her she should definitely do a TED Talk one day. But
one day I'm gonna put that out there too.
Yeah, exactly. Whose turn is it? Oh.
2 more cards.
Okay, 2 more cards. Okay.
All right. Oh no, I read it. So it's your turn to read it.
Yeah. Oh, how would you describe your relationship with yourself in 1 word?
I use the word love a lot, so I want to use a different word. Accepting. Oh. And the reason why I say that is because, this is some of the things that you struggle with at your age. You and I are only 20 years apart. So I can remember so vividly, but during those times, during that time when I was your age, I was a young married mother. So like I dealt with stresses a little bit differently, but some things align with themselves. Some things I didn't have time to stress about or worry about because I had you and your brother to take care of and a husband to take care of as well. But I think over the years, the things that I struggle with, whether it's, believe it or not, sometimes I've struggled with my body, I've struggled with my skin, I've struggled with, am I good enough for something, my confidence. And as I've grown older, I say, can I curse on here? Fuck it. I love me and anyone that can accept me for who I am, because I know I'm loving, I'm kind, I'm giving, I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm fucking amazing. So like, you know, at the end of the day, I have to accept who I am. And I do. I clearly do. Like I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh shit, girl, you gotta go on, you look good. I'm on a good belly day. That joint is flat. It's the one flat. I got 2 kids. I'm 44, like, you know, I give my own praises. My daughter makes fun of me and she's like, oh, here goes the Libra. And I'm like, oh, but you know why you're pretty? Because of me, you know?
All the time. All the time.
It's because of me. But like, I say all that to say, you know, without all the joking, I had to learn to accept who I was. And I think as soon as I accepted that, I've always been goal oriented, like a lot of things that Chadeira talks about. She clearly, and I'm going to toot my own horn, she's seen it growing up. I did show that growing up. So just accepting where I'm at on my journey, and I'm excited for much more. So
I like that.
thank you. Just accepting, baby.
I like that. Oh.
All right, I think it's my turn.
You see how
and
I was
that's the
gonna do
last
that.
one.
Yeah.
What is your X factor? Permission to brag. And I'm not too sure even what that means.
Like, what's your thing?
Oh, got you.
Like what?
Think
Like what I do?
Like, what's your, like...
What makes you you?
Yeah.
Oh,
What makes you... I can't even do it. Pop.
I think...
Me and my side
this is
effects.
kind of hard. I mean, I'm not gonna...
Oh, you're
no,
amazing.
I am, but like, I feel like there's a lot of things that's kind of
We'll
like...
narrow it down because you are freaking amazing.
I think I am... One thing that like I think is the X factor of me, like I think it's the fact that I bring a lot of light and love
You do.
into
You do.
like a lot of situations, and I feel like
You do.
also whenever like from like even like experiences people talk to me, like they always say like I always have like a loving spirit, or
You
I'm
do.
just so nice and things like that, or like I come off very open and easy to talk to and stuff, and I appreciate that because like I like that people can come to me to different things and stuff, because I feel like it's so important for everybody to kind of have that person.
You're non-judgmental.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I
Talk to you about anything.
definitely try to be like that, because like no one needs anybody to judge. So yeah, I guess that's my X factor, the fact that I feel like I just have a warm, loving spirit, and also. My X factor is whatever I want, I get.
Yes, honey.
And that, I have to look directly at the camera
Yes.
with that. Whatever I want, I get.
Yes.
Anytime I put it out there, I always
Yes.
get it. And
Yes.
that's just always how it's been.
Your
So,
words are powerful. They bring
Yeah.
about things.
They
You know what I mean?
do.
They can bring about negative or positive. Choose your words wisely.
Definitely
Yeah,
so.
that's a good one.
Definitely so. You affirm over your life.
Amen. Yep.
So, okay, so we are now concluding this game, and we're actually are about to end this episode. But before we end this episode, we are going to share, since it's, build a bond with your mom.
Build a bond.
We go through our moments where like we're very close, but we have moments where we argue and we fight. We're pretty much the same person.
But it's so funny. People laugh.
Yeah, I know.
I've had people laugh like that. Because it's not a normal, like I don't know.
It's not, because like, she's like, I don't know if I can describe, if people can understand it, but she's like my sister and mom in one. And like, I don't know how that is the case, but it is with us, and that's how our relationship is. But kind of like us give 2 pieces of like advice using our personal experience on how to build a bond with you, your daughter, me, with me, mother, you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you go first. Since you're the guest.
So, and I spoke to someone about this before. One of my main things, I think, in raising I'm gonna throw your brother out there too, because
Okay.
you being a mother.
Yeah.
But like to build a bond with my children, it wasn't forced upon them. It was more of I gave them the freedom to make the choices that they need to choose. I also created a foundation. I didn't live vicariously through my children. I let them explore the world how they knew how to explore it, and the way they needed to explore it, with also giving them the love, the support, the empowerment, those things. And I felt like I've been very blessed to have a daughter. Just like when people hear that my daughter went straight from undergrad to graduate, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And like, I don't take credit for that, but everyone's like, you should, you've raised this amazing person. And I'm blessed. I always think to myself, every time it's her birthday, I call birthdays New Year, because to me, they are your new year. I don't believe in the new year is made up. Your birthday is your new year. And I always say, thank you for choosing me, because I didn't choose her. Her soul chose me. So I know it makes me want to cry.
Oh, stop.
Oh, stop! Wait.
Oh, that's so emotional. Oh my God, I have to cry too. Stop.
Oh my God.
I just love my kids so much. I love my babies so much. They mean so much to me. I would do anything for my kids. Sorry. So that's how you know it's real.
Oh my
My
God.
kids, I had Chadeira, brother Duncan had Chadeira at 20, and there was no doubt in my mind. I knew that. I just knew that I was going to keep my baby, and we was going to ride it out, and we done. I've always gave my kids everything, and not because they're my kids, because they deserve it. And I've always given them more than I've ever had, because I wanted to share that love that I had with them. And they're two of the best people in my life. But sorry.
Oh my God.
But the second one, sorry. I always get emotional. Like I'm not a big crier, but when it comes to my kids, yo, I'm a whole different person. Do not fuck
definitely
with my kids.
You definitely
I will
is.
fight your mama. I will fight you, and I can kick ass. Trust me.
She had to put that disclaimer
I
out
can
there.
box and kickbox. I'll take you down. But anyway, and another thing is too, I led by example. I've never been the kind of parent, do as I do, not as I say. Do as I say and not as I do. I literally, whatever I wanted to share with my children or share with Chadeira, because I know it's mother and daughter bond, but I have two kids and I love them both equally, is that whatever I set out to do in this world, and Chadeira's my mini me. She's taller than me, but she's my mini me. And like, I see so much of me and her because I've showed her this. I've always been in school. I've always worked a couple jobs. I always went to the gym and took care of myself. I always ate well. I always learned and grew, and even in jobs, I've always been blessed with good jobs. I've always spoke nothing but positivity, even through the negatives. So I think that's where you start that foundation. You be what you want to see in the world. You can't tell someone, I wanted you to do X, Y, and Z, and you're not living up to that potential. You've got to live up to that potential. And your kids watch that from a small age. They watch it. Chadeira used to always say, and I never forget, Mom, I want to be just like you when I grow up. Always. And even with teenagehood, she had a little bit of rebellion, but she always still loved me and rode for me no matter what. And that goes to show you as a parent, that's what I did. I led by that example. I wouldn't be something more than what she would. And she's even taken it to the next level. She even got me on the graduate. I thought for myself, I want to go into graduate school after I'm done with my undergrad. So she's even inspired me. We do it for each other. And it's, even though she's my daughter, and I check her sometimes Chadeira, I'm still your mom. And she's like, okay, Mom, I'm sorry. But we still have that bond that's unbreakable. It is a friendship, is a best friendship, is, mother and daughtership, is all of that, all rolled into one. So, and I respect her, just because I, was born before Chadeira and she's my daughter, doesn't mean she can't teach me. I'm always open to learning. Sometimes her perspective, I'm like, damn, oh, good point, because I forget sometimes. So I respect her, and I think that's where it comes from too, is the respect. Oh, trust me, she got to ask you. It always does when I talk about my kids.
I know, it does.
I love my babies.
So I guess mine are, one big thing was apology and being able to apologize when you're in the wrong. One thing about me and my mom, when we get into arguments, and trust me, we got into a lot.
So she lived with me.
Oh yeah, we can't live together. But we always took the time after getting into our argument, every single one. We always apologized to each other, and we always came back and effectively communicated with each other and talked and really talked out our feelings, and we actually listened and validated each other's feelings.
Yes.
Even by saying your feelings are valid and I understand.
Yes.
Because I feel like that goes a long way. Like no one wants to talk to somebody where they feel like their voice isn't heard and their voice isn't valid. That's how I cut off a lot of people in my life, honestly. But yeah, definitely that is definitely crucial. And another one that I think both me and my mom do with each other, we both accept that at the end of the day, outside of she being my mom and me being her daughter, is that we're both human, living our own individual human experiences.
Absolutely.
So we're going to go through mistakes. We're going to do things that we might not like with each other. We might make different choices that we think, oh, that's not the best choice.
But your journey is your journey alone.
Exactly. And I feel like that helped us build our bond too, because outside of us being mother and daughter and playing those roles, we know that we're human at the end of the day. And we accept that, and because we accept that, we're able to look at them a far more complex being instead of them being just stuck in this one role. So that is the two four pieces of advice that we would love to give to everybody who's trying to build a bond with their mother or their father or their kids, whatever the case is. But oh my God, this is a great episode.
I'm glad it was.
Yeah. So.
With a little teary-eyed at the end.
Right,
Sorry guys.
But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in and watching everything.
Love you.
I love you so much, Mom. Thank you so much for being the best mom ever.
Oh, thank you so much for being the best daughter ever.
See you next time.
Bye guys.
Alright, let me make sure you guys sound good.
Let me do a test.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, say again.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright.
Chida, you want to, because you guys are not advertising for Izzy, so you don't want to show their name. Paying you for this. So make sure, like, you have it out of the camera. Just, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, it's something like branding. So, like, you don't, unless Izzy's going to pay for you, your podcast, you don't want to advertise. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where do you think you get it from?
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever you are.
Alright, go ahead.
Peace.
Oh,